being one of 12. Very simple rules. First to bed, first to dinner, first to the bathroom. Not necessarily in that order, but it was great fun. Always music. You made your own entertainment with no television sets. I mean, it was make do, and that's what I think, having that opportunity to spend as much time with family and friends to develop our appreciation and our understanding of the songs and the artists of the time.
Is the last rose of the summer.
The songs that we used to sing as a family are the songs that we put on the first album, the Danny Boy album. That was a reflection of the types of songs that we sang at home. I remember when I was 7, Mr. Brogan in my math class at St. Robert's in Glasgow had a competition in the class around Christmas for students who could sing, and I sang. I was going to sing a Beatles song, but I couldn't remember it, so I sang A Scottish Soldier because I could remember all the lyrics, and I won a Lego set, and that Lego set was top drawer. Man, I mean, I flunked math, but I won a Lego set. That's what stuck with me. The students, the people that I met, Paul Kenny, Jerry Lidster, Rob Natale, all these students, all these guys that we formed a group even years after we left the choir school. To this day, my 8 closest friends are the 8 fellows that I went to school with in grade 9 for 1 year. And that is a testament to loyalty.
Some of us have known each other for
34 years.
38 years.
38 years. John showed up in grade 9. As he likes to say, I was so good at it, I did it again.
Best 2 years of his life.
Best 2 years of his life.
Make no mistake, I was not the sharpest knife in the drawer when it came to education, by a long stretch.
I remember the principal saying, John, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the strap every week, just so you and I understand each other.
And all the roses falling.
The Danny Boy album, released in '92 by EMI, was an accident, you know, waiting to happen, I suppose. Dean Cameron really was the guy who did it. EMI released the Danny Boy album in November of '92 on their Angel label, their classical label. And I suppose that was a wise thing to do because I had no intention of leaving my job at the Toronto Sun. The unannounced champion of Canadian literacy and arts is a gentleman by the name of Peter Zosky. Peter had a show called Morningside, ran coast to coast, and without suggestion took a copy of the Danny Boy album and he played 3 tracks. The next day they couldn't keep the album in stores. And this continued through Christmas and into the new year. So by the fall of '93, after asking me a number of times if I would go out and tour, I finally went to my dad and said, they want me to do this, they want me to do that. And he kind of looked at me. You know, he was never one to tell you what to do. He gave you his sense of feeling for it. And said, you know, if you'll always get a job. You've always had jobs. And the company you work for will hire you back if this fails. So take the risk. So I quit my job in September of '93, and in October of '93 went on tour.
Thank you very much. Thank you for buying it.
Remarkably, my first tour after Atlantic Canada was with no less than the Chieftains, which then took me to another level, and I never looked back.
I was so surprised too, you know.
I never expected anything like this.
Yeah, I'm just a lucky guy, and I have a full head of hair. So.
Who was the greatest singer I ever knew? It was my dad. Who am I emulating? My dad. Who do I want to sing as well as? my dad. He could tell a story in song better than anybody I ever heard. And I heard a lot of good ones. But he had this magic. His love of music, his love of singing, pure love of singing. And it illuminated him when he sang, and everyone around him. My father was a veteran, World War II. My mother's brother died as a POW at Changi prison camp. There's always been a tie to veterans. It's just accepted that they gave. That was something that my father could never accept, that they just did what they did and that there shouldn't be any recognition. Certainly they did what they had to do. That doesn't mean we can't say thank you. And saying thank you doesn't end the day after you say it. It's something that should be a continuum. When I'm performing, it really feels like I've been invited into the middle of the floor at home to take over the room. Rather than get up and sing in one song, I'm being allowed to run the show, you know. I'm holding the talking stick. And I get to do, for 2.5 hours a night, just have a great time.
At him, dear old Scotland, and my